It is late Saturday night, turning into Sunday morning on October 26, 2025, along Sukhumvit Road in Bangkok, Thailand. That's the peak of Bangkok's nightlife, the moment when the city truly comes alive. Now, here's the surprising part. There is something unusual going on. Among the crowds, men in helmets and dusty work vests move quietly, carrying tool belts. They look just like construction workers finishing a late shift, so nobody gives them a second glance. Nearby, others blend into the nightlife dressed like tourists, laughing, taking photos, and looking completely ordinary. But these aren't ordinary people. They are 40 undercover police officers, and they are about to execute one of the most dramatic drug busts in Bangkok's recent history. This is Operation Takedown Black Shadow Nana, and in the next few hours, 8 Nigerian nationals and 1 Thai accomplice will find themselves in handcuffs. The channel is book number 7, and my name is Nana Kwesi. Please, why haven't you subscribed yet? Now, there is a Facebook group called Thailand Tourism with 430,000 members, made up of travelers, expats, and people who either love Thailand or live there. They usually share tips, post photos, and ask questions about visas, hotels, and the best pad Thai in Bangkok. But in the weeks leading up to October 2025, a different kind of post started appearing. Warnings, complaints, and stories that painted a concerning picture. Avoid Nana at night, one post read. Groups of African men harassing tourists. Now, if you don't know what Nana is, it is basically a neighborhood at the beginning of Sukhumvit Road in Bangkok. Another group member wrote, was approached 3 times in one night near Soi 11. They are aggressive and won't take no for an answer. More posts followed about drugs being offered openly, pickpocketing, and tourists feeling unsafe in one of Bangkok's most popular entertainment districts. The complaints weren't isolated, and there wasn't just 1 or 2 people having bad experiences. This was a pattern, a consistent problem that was getting worse. Near popular bars like Hillary One and the Australian pub, the situation was particularly bad. Tourists would exit a venue, and within seconds, someone would approach them. They begin friendly at first, then persistent, then pushy. The offers were always the same: substances, quick transactions, and easy money for the sellers, resulting in a night ruined for the tourists. Some visitors started avoiding the area entirely, while others also complained to hotel staff or posted warnings online. Gradually, these complaints reached the right people. The problem wasn't just about crime. It was about Thailand's image and tourism. Something had to be done. And the police Major General, Teradit Tumsuti, knew exactly what. Now, before you make the move to go and catch criminals, you have to understand them, their patterns, their methods, and their territory. So the Metropolitan Police Bureau, working with the Narcotics Suppression Bureau and Lumpini Police Station, launched surveillance operations with multiple teams working different shifts. They were watching, learning, and building intelligence. What they discovered was concerning. This wasn't just random street dealing. This was organized, systematic, and professional in its own criminal way. The targets were exclusively foreign tourists, and the suspects actively avoided Thai nationals because they knew undercover Thai police would blend in with locals. However, they couldn't easily spot foreign officers posing as tourists. It was a smart strategy, and it had worked for them for a long time. The surveillance teams identified the main area of operation as Sukhumvit Road 11 in the Watana district, which is right in the heart of Nane's nightlife. That's a place where thousands of tourists pass through every weekend night. They observed the suspects' methods, and what they saw was disturbing. The dealers literally kept small packets of the substances in their mouths, wrapped tightly and held between cheek and gum or under the tongue. When a potential customer approached and showed interest, they would spit out the packet for a quick transaction. Money changed hands, and the customer walked away with the purchase. But if police appeared or uniformed officers came near, the dealers would simply swallow the packets and walk away. No evidence meant no crime, and no arrest was possible. Now, this was quite frustrating because officers would see the activity happening, they approach, and by the time they got there, the evidence had disappeared down someone's throat. The surveillance also revealed the scale of the operation. This wasn't just 2 or 3 individuals. There were multiple suspects working the area, coordinating, covering different spots, and watching out for each other. There was a Thai national involved too. Yes. 36-year-old Phanwat Tanawit from Udon Thani province. His role was logistics. He secured accommodations for the foreign dealers, scouted locations, and collected proceeds. He was the local fixer who made the whole operation possible. And as the surveillance continued, the police also built their case. They identified 8 Nigerian nationals as key players, with their ages ranging from 23 to 41. All of them were operating in the same area using the same methods. The suspects were Onyekama Franklin, 29, Onuoha Desmond, 34, Nwanuke Lucky, 29, Alehiobi Favor, 35, Ubamadu Chibuzo, 32, Amajioye Chinameze, 23, Udemba Innocent, 28, and Nwachuku Chisom, 41. That is 9 suspects in total, 1 organized network, and 1 major problem. Now, it was time to solve it. Police Major General Teraditu Suti sat down with his team. Now, the evidence was clear and the suspects were identified, but catching them wouldn't be so simple. Traditional police tactics wouldn't work here. If uniformed officers approached, the suspects would swallow the evidence and scatter. Also, if they used marked police vehicles, the suspects would spot them from blocks away and disappear into the crowds. No, this needed something unexpected, something the suspects wouldn't ever see coming. And that is when someone suggested going undercover, but not as tourists. The suspects were already watching for that, and so they had to learn early on how to identify potential undercover officers who would be posing as foreign visitors. Now, What if the officers disguised themselves as something completely different? We are talking something so ordinary and unremarkable that nobody would look twice. Construction workers. Yes, construction workers. You see, Bangkok is always under construction with new buildings, road repairs, and infrastructure upgrades. And so construction workers are everywhere, especially in tourist areas like Sukhumvit. Construction workers are part of the landscape. They are invisible in their visibility. And so the plan took shape. 40 officers would be deployed. Most would dress as construction workers, wearing helmets, high visibility vests, tool belts, and dusty clothes so everything would look authentic. There are others who would also pose as night revelers, that is, regular people who are out for drinks, or tourists enjoying Bangkok's nightlife, finding their way to blend into the crowds around the bars and the clubs. The operation would happen just after midnight. That's when the streets were the busiest and the suspects were the most active, and when they felt safest and most confident. Just after midnight, Operation Take Down Black Shadow Nana would be executed. And now, it is the night of the operation. It is late evening on Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Senior police officials gathered to oversee the operation. Thailand's police major generals coordinated their respective units. Everyone had their role, and everyone knew their plan. The 40 undercover officers prepared their disguises. Construction vests were distributed, and some officers practiced looking like tired workers finishing a late shift, while others also rehearsed looking like they were relaxing. And so as midnight approached, the teams moved into position. Some of them arrived in a Songthaew, a small truck modified to carry passengers, which was perfect for transporting what appeared to be a construction crew. There were others who also walked in small groups, chatting and laughing like regular nightlife enthusiasts. The suspects were already on Sukhumvit Soy 11, and surveillance confirmed their presence. They were there working, approaching the tourists, making their offers, and conducting their business as usual. But they had no idea about what was coming. At exactly 1 a.m., the signal was given, and Operation Takedown Black Shadow Nana had officially begun. The undercover officers who had been casually positioned around the area suddenly moved with purpose. The construction workers who had seemed tired and disinterested moments ago were now alert and focused, while the tourists who had been laughing and taking selfies transformed into trained law enforcement professionals. They converged on their targets from multiple directions, fast, coordinated, and overwhelming. And so the suspects barely had any time to react. In one moment, they were conducting their business as usual, and in the next moment, they were surrounded by officers, revealing their badges and giving commands. Some suspects tried to swallow their packets into their mouths, but this time, the officers were ready. They had anticipated it, and so they moved very quickly grabbing the suspects before they could swallow and retrieving packets that were still partially hidden in their mouths. There were others who tried to run, but uniformed backup officers had positioned themselves at key exit points. Every escape route was covered, and every direction was blocked. And so within minutes, it was over.
Nothing to do. Can you move? It's move. Okay. Okay. It's okay. You get. Yeah. You're doing the rights again. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say is against you in court. You have the right to be a lawyer. In private. You have the right. You have the lawyer for someone you trust. You be there when you're custody. You have the right for an officer to notify your relatives or someone you trust of your arrest.
9 suspects were in custody, 8 of them being Nigerian nationals and 1 of them being a Thai accomplice. The operation had taken less than 15 minutes from start to finish. It was very swift, professional, and effective. On the spot, officers seized immediate evidence. They included 2 packets of cocaine weighing a total of 4 grams. It wasn't a massive amount, but it was enough to prove drug trafficking. They also recovered 3,000 baht in cash. That's about $92 US, which were the proceeds from earlier sales that very night. But the real evidence gathering was just the beginning. Officers confiscated 11 mobile phones from the suspects, and these devices told stories through Telegram chats, WhatsApp conversations, and encrypted messages between dealers and suppliers. Transactions were recorded and networks were exposed. The phones would then be forensically analyzed to retrieve messages and identify contacts. This wasn't just about these 9 suspects. This was about understanding the larger network that they were a part of. And there was also the matter of the swallowed packets. Several suspects had managed to swallow evidence before being restrained, but Thai law enforcement had procedures for this. The suspects were taken into custody and monitored. There they were given milk to help pass the packet safely but quickly, and their bowel movements would be supervised so any expelled packets could be collected as evidence. Now that sounds uncomfortable. Well, it is uncomfortable, but it is also necessary. According to Police Major General Teradit's later statements, more substances were expected to be recovered through this process, meaning the 4 grams that were seized immediately was just the beginning. During the interrogation and investigation, the full picture of the operation emerged, and it was more sophisticated than many people realized. The investigation revealed connections to other Nigerian nationals in Bangkok, some in the Ratchaparop area and some around Nana Plaza, all using similar methods and all part of interconnected networks. Just days after the Nana raid, these connections led to more arrests. 2 more Nigerian men were caught in Pattaya. Their names, Amarachi Chinoye Amici, 38, and Ikena Martin Nwobodo, 22. Both were linked to the same network, using the same methods and the same operation, only doing it in a different location.
Easy, please. Okay.
โอเคถ่ายโอเคครับเดี๋ยวแวกพี่ขอไปจ่ายแล้วเนี่ยโอเค one minute
We are from immigration, sir. Immigration? Yes, immigration.
Okay.
เงินมาเหรอแคมป์เสนอหน่อยปะเนี่ย
สีแดงพอโอเคครับ
The Pattaya suspects had entered Thailand on tourist visas, but they had overstayed, living and dealing illegally. When police raided them, they found 33 grams of crystal meth and 9 grams of cocaine hidden in cigarette packs and toothpaste boxes. During the Pattaya arrest, one of the suspects tried to swallow cocaine pellets to destroy the evidence, so the officers had to physically pry his mouth open to retrieve the drugs, exactly the same evasion tactic seen in Nana. The broader investigation suggested this network had tentacles reaching across multiple Thai cities, and this included Bangkok, Pattaya, Phuket, and Chonburi. We are talking anywhere tourists congregated in large numbers. You see, the cocaine didn't originate in Nigeria. It rather came from South America, specifically countries like Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. These are the world's major producing regions. From there, it was routed into Nigeria. Now, one may ask, why Nigeria? You see, because that's where the networks, the connections, and the criminal organizations with tentacles reaching across continents were located. Sometimes, the route went through Europe first. We are talking Amsterdam or Spain. And these are places where security might be less intense and where the couriers could move more freely. And then came the final leg. From Nigeria or Europe to Thailand by air on commercial flights using regular airlines. Nothing that would raise immediate suspicion. And the smuggling method was body packing, which is the same method used by traffickers worldwide. Swallowing packets wrapped tightly in plastic or latex. So then the couriers arrive in Thailand and they clear customs. The X-ray machines might miss the packets, especially if the courier has practiced timing their body functions to appear normal during the screening. Then they wait, usually in a hotel or apartment, for the packets to pass naturally through their digestive system. And this takes time. We are talking days sometimes, but eventually nature does its work. The packets are then retrieved, cleaned, opened, and the cocaine is divided into smaller portions. That is 1 gram packets, each sellable for about 6,000 baht or $175. Now let's do the math. If a courier brings in 50 grams, that is 50 packets. 50 times 6,000 baht equals 300,000 baht. That is about $8,700 from one courier on one trip. And if you are running multiple couriers and multiple trips, this means the profits will multiply exponentially. You see, this wasn't some small time dealing. This was organized international trafficking using Bangkok as a hub. Now, let's talk about Vanuatu Tanawit. That is the Thai national who was arrested in the operation. His role was crucial to understanding how this network functioned. You see, foreign traffickers face challenges operating in a country where they don't speak the language and don't know the systems. And that is where the local fixers come in. And Vanuatu was exactly that, a fixer. According to police statements, his responsibilities included several key areas. First, securing accommodations like hotels and apartments where couriers could stay while waiting to pass the swallowed packets, and where the cocaine could be stored and divided in safe locations away from police attention. Second, scouting locations to identify the best spots to sell, where the tourists congregated and where police presence was light so the transactions could happen quickly. His local knowledge made him invaluable. Third, he was responsible for collecting proceeds and moving money. The Nigerian suspects couldn't easily open Thai bank accounts or operate within Thailand's financial system, but Vanuatu could. He was the bridge between the street-level dealing and the financial infrastructure needed to move their profits. In many ways, without someone like Vanuatu, the operation couldn't function smoothly. And this is a pattern seen in international drug trafficking worldwide. Police Major General Taradit said that this drug dealing group had caused significant distress to numerous tourists and severely damaged Thailand's tourism image. You see, tourism is vital to Thailand's economy. In the year 2019, that is before the global health crisis, over 39 million tourists visited Thailand, spending billions of dollars and supporting millions of jobs. When tourists feel unsafe, they stop coming, they warn others, and they go ahead to post negative reviews online. And so this operation wasn't just about law enforcement. It was about protecting Thailand's tourism industry and preserving Thailand's reputation. But here's the thing. These 9 suspects weren't operating in isolation. They were actually part of something larger. Now, according to the Bangkok Metropolitan Police Anti-Drug Unit statements, this syndicate was part of a loose network of West African dealers operating under various shadow groups. And these groups had turned Bangkok into what investigators called a low-risk, high-profit hub for micro-trafficking. It was low risk because, until recently, enforcement had been inconsistent, so dealers could operate relatively openly in tourist areas, and high profit because the demand was there and the prices were premium. All 9 suspects arrested in Operation Takedown Black Shadow Nana were taken to Lumpini police station, where they will be formally charged and processed. The charges were serious. Under Thailand's Narcotic Act, possession of Category 1 drugs with intent to distribute is a major offense. The penalties range from 2 to 15 years imprisonment, fines up to 300,000 baht, that's about $8,700, and for the foreign nationals, deportation following completion of their sentences. But that's just for the basic possession and distribution charges. If prosecutors could prove a larger conspiracy and show these suspects were part of an organized trafficking network, the penalties could be much more severe. You see, Thailand doesn't take drug crimes lightly. The country has some of the strictest drug laws in the whole world. Life imprisonment is very possible for serious trafficking offenses, and the death penalty also remains on the books, although it is rarely carried out. And so, for the Nigerian suspects, this would mean years in a Thai prison, and Thai prisons are known to be notoriously harsh We are talking conditions like being overcrowded, hot, and offering only basic facilities. After serving their sentences, they would be deported and banned from re-entering Thailand. As for Phanuwat, that's the Thai national, the consequences were different but equally serious. As a Thai citizen, he wouldn't be deported, so he would serve his full sentence in Thailand. This operation gained headlines worldwide, and October 26, 2025 will be remembered in Bangkok police circles. Subscribe and watch these 2 videos next if you like deep dives into more stories like this one. I'll see you over there.